Hello, literature lovers. Today we are talking about pathetic fallacy. It's a literary term for the attribution of human emotion and conduct to things found in nature that are not human. It is a kind of personification that occurs in poetic descriptions when, for example, clouds seem sullen, when leaves dance, or when rocks seem indifferent. The British cultural critic John Ruskin coined the term in volume 3 of his work Modern Painters 1856. Ruskin coined the term to attack sentimentality that was common to the poetry of late 18th century. These are some of the work. You can see it's a very famous popular work. It is talking about the personification. No, it's other poets that took from him is among Burns, Blake, Wordsworth, Shelley, and Keats. This is how the difference you can find within the personification and pathetic fallacy. It is part of it, but there is a huge difference. Now, Wordsworth supported this use for personification based on emotion by claiming that objects derive their influence not from properties inherent in them, but from such as are bestowed upon them by the minds of those who are conversant with or affected by these objects. You can see the definition is given here, get a glimpse of it, how it is related to it. So, it is obviously something that really used and it really aroused the emotions. However, Tennyson in his own poetry began to refine and diminish such expressions and included an emphasis on what might be called a more scientific comparison of objects in terms of sense perception. So that can be a point, and whether you should use it, that will really make your art more catchy. But if you don't use it, and it will make it more scientific, but maybe something less artistic. So there are views on from both the sides. Some follow it, and some, like Tennyson, didn't follow it. It's a matter of perception. The old order was beginning to be replaced by the new just as Ruskin addressed the matter and use of the pathetic fallacy markedly began to disappear. And that is the reason you see pathetic fallacy really disappeared. As a critic, Ruskin proved influential and is credited with having helped to refine poetic expression. So you can see the role of science is there. The meaning of the term has changed significantly from the idea of Ruskin that has in mind. In fact, Ruskin's original definition is emotional falseness. That was his definition. Or the falseness that occurs to one's perceptions when influenced by violent or heightened emotion. For example, when a person is unhinged by grief, the clouds might seem darker than they are, or perhaps mournful, or perhaps even uncaring. There have been other chances to Ruskin's phrase. He coined it, and the particular definition that Ruskin used for the word fallacy has since become obsolete. The word fallacy nowadays is defined as an example of flawed reasoning, but for Ruskin in the 19th century and earlier, fallacy could be used to mean simply a falseness. In the same way, the word pathetic simply meant for Ruskin emotional and pertaining to emotion. Setting aside Ruskin's original intentions and despite this linguistic rocky road, the two words phase has served through with a significantly altered meaning. That's all for today. Do subscribe the channel, share your views, talk about the books, keep reading, keep enriching yourself, share the video. I'll be there with new topics. Thanks for being part of it. Thank you.